Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel at Tap In 365. I'm out here with my sister Princess. How you doing today?
Great.
Oh, look at that. See, it's Saturday night and we're having fun and we're just chilling. So the topic for today is about relationship. So me and my sister, we have a lot of things going on. We've been talking about different things. I just want to hear your opinion. If you have any questions or if you have anything you want to chime in, you could go ahead and leave any comments down below. It'll be great to answer them as much as I can. So what was the question that you want to ask me so we could let the world know that there's something that maybe we could change for other individual out there who's going through the same situation that we're going through right now?
Oh, okay. Well, my first question would be, how do you let go? How do you move forward from something that's not healthy for you?
Well, for us to let go, it's not like it's easy to let go, because sometimes when you build in a lot of time into this relationship, it's not easy just for you to just pack your bag and go, unless if it's something that's very detrimental to the point that is so abusive and you have to leave. Of course, you got to wait till that individual to walk out of the house or whatever you just got to just leave. You don't even have to carry anything with you, because guess what? The universe is going to bless you with something else. I know sometimes we tend to be thinking of, oh my gosh, I need to have my clothes, or I need my chair, and I invested in this. Listen, when things get rough, when you need to walk out them doors, you got to go, because other things is going to come and it's going to help you. I know it's going to take time, but guess what? As long as you out of that relationship, another opening door will come, but it's going to take time. You just got to learn how to love yourself. So to answer your question, how to leave out of that is make me feel like I'm talking to a mirror.
Sure enough is.
It's so weird. It's made me feel like I'm talking to a mirror. Sometimes when you're in a relationship and you're so comfortable and you think that you could change something, or you could change the relationship, or you think that maybe you feel like, you know what, I'm in a relationship and I've built 10 years plus with this individual, and you thinking that, okay, that person will change. All right. Oh, he's just doing that today. Okay. I'll wait till next year. Okay. I'll wait till tomorrow. But realistically, that person will never change until when they meet someone else. And it's so funny, all that investment that you put towards that person, and they go meet another individual, and then you see them less than a year. They end up getting married to that person. They treat that person like a royal princess. And you're like, well, God, I've been through all of this with this person, worked my behind off to make sure this person get everything that he needed. And then he turn around and go meet someone else and then go marry to this individual, the stuff that I work hard for to make him become who he is right now, but for the next person. But then I realized that's what I was here for. My job was to change his perspective in life. And now he received and was delivered. So technically it's not my job to be there with him for that success. It's for somebody else. So I have to understand and learn, like, okay, I had to give myself a pat on the shoulder to help him to get where he needs to be at. And if it's for somebody else, then it is what it is, because I know the universe is going to bring somebody for me, and then I will live happy and enjoy my life and be free. Because sometimes when you help someone so much, I feel like it's a burden. And you feel like sometimes you just want to just bang on your chest, like, gosh, why? Like, why is this person not understanding the things that I want in life? And then you could be talking to another gentleman, and then you don't even have to say not even a word, and he know how to scoop you off your feet.
So why would you waste so much time trying to fix something else?
The comfortability, because sometimes when you meet someone, your mind is not thinking about another relationship at that particular time, because sometimes it's manipulation. When you meet that individual, he put a platform and act like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. Because when you don't live with the person, they make you feel like they all of this, because, you're just going out, you're traveling, you're doing this. You're like, oh my God, he's so cool. And in the moment hopefully you don't get pregnant, but when you do get pregnant, and that's when the lockdown start coming in, because now you bring in a newborn in, and then now you're living with this person, and then now you start seeing a little.
Oh, the mask came off?
Yeah, the mask actually did came off. So I'm just like, I'm like, what is this?
I know some people that can go for years of pretending to be something that they're not until they finally get exposed.
But how do you get yourself out of that?
That's actually hard. I think we're not able to let go of something until we actually been through enough. We're not able to let go until we had enough of it.
That's true.
Once we have enough of it, I think when you try to get to the next situation, you try to take that same knowledge and not repeat a pattern, because it almost feels like you'll talk to someone and then you finally separate and someone else comes in and you're thinking, oh, this is the one. And it's like, no, I think you need time for you. Once you have healed, and if you do meet someone else, I still would take my time. I'm not in the position to where I would rush for a relationship just so I don't feel alone, or just to look what everyone else looks like on social media, like everyone's coupled up and playing the fake pictures. Oh, we're so happy. And behind, behind the scenes, it's a different story. No one ever talks about that part.
Because they don't want to put that picture out there. Because when you have this platform and everybody knows
even without a platform, everyone just likes pretending. It's like the new trait now. Like, let's pretend we're happy, and then they say you fake it till you make it. Exactly. We're gonna fake it, and maybe we might just get happy, but it doesn't work that way.
It really don't.
No. So for me, letting go is just having it to a point where I had enough. Because the thing is, if I didn't have enough, I always come back. So at some point, I need to have it to where I've been through some type of dramatic trauma to where I can't come back. Because let's just be honest, sometimes we could leave and then we come back, leave and come back. We do that all the time.
We do.
It does get to a point where certain things happen and it's like, hey, I got to stop. I got to choose me. Because I think your mental well-being is more important than anything.
And again, that's where it's time consuming, especially if you start off in a young age. Because when you're in your 20s, you don't have time.
Gosh.
You don't have time.
You don't even have the experience, really.
Because now you're thinking that you're in love.
Everything feels like love.
Exactly. So even though you could be in an abusive relationship, it could be mentally, emotionally, or physically, but in your 20s, you're thinking that that's love because he's delivering the word, I love you. So you're thinking, oh, he loves me, so that's me. I have to accept those flaws that he's giving me. So when you around that person in that age bracket in the 20s, you don't understand life. And then if you're still with that person and you go to the next level in your 30s, it takes time, especially if you have kids involved, So you can't really tell until maybe if someone sees you. Because, like, again, social media, you have this little platform, you're smiling all day, people thinking that you're living a beautiful life.
The perfect marriage.
And then you're going home every time you're driving, and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go back to my house. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't even know if he's going to be happy, mad, sad, or he's just going to be beating on his chest, or he's just going to be yelling his kids out. You don't know it's like when you're outside, you're showing that you're happy. Then when you're back into reality, I'm like, oh crap, now I'm over here. Like, now you got to fix yourself because you don't want him to see any slight of movements like you're down or you say something, you might say something nice, but in his mind is very sarcastic, or then he want to snap at you and you're like, no, I can never make this person happy. Then you really do ask yourself that question, like, why am I here?
I don't really think we are in charge of making people happy. I think it's your responsibility as an individual to be happy with you. Because the case is, if you're not happy with you, no one can make you happy. It's no one's job to do that.
Exactly.
So that's why I hear the phase of people saying they like to make people happy, and it's like, you're not making anyone happy.
That's the bracket. When you hit the 20 bracket, once you graduate from high school, there's no class learning of relationship of, you know what, even though they say, oh, you have a mom or a dad, sometimes their parents can't really tell you about, oh, if you're in this relationship, oh, this person is not good for you and stuff like that.
That's another issue. What has been the role models for people of what love look like?
And we don't have that.
And that's the thing. We don't have any more role models. Everything is so planted and fake right now that what does it look like? No one really knows. Everyone just knows it's a feeling that eventually goes away. So to me, it's really, do you stick around for the tough times?
And it's so weird how you said that, because I've been talking to a lot of older couples that's, you know, in their 80s, and they say, we're married for 60 years or we're married for 50
and
years.
you could imagine what that was like.
And I was like, how do you guys do it? And it was like, well, you know, it's ups and downs. Of course, there's arguments. There's, you know, there's I don't know. But to me, I feel like I told these majority of a lot of couples, I'm like, listen, the way you guys were brought up in the 60s, 70s, love was a little bit different. Even though they could have a certain abusive in that relationship and stuff like that, but the way the man treasured their woman, their queen, and how to love, and it's like if the woman put her foot down, like the woman was like the housewife. I would never be a housewife, but a woman will be a housewife and be cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. And the man know, I'm going to work. I'm going to come and bring the money to my wife, and my wife controls everything in the house. People in this generation, you could be a housewife. It's like he'll bring the money in the house, and then next minute it's like there's other things behind it. Like now you got to deal with the narcissist, and you got to deal with all this little conversation abusive just because you're working. I'm sitting in a house, and then you're not giving me money, and you're not making me look beautiful. So now I'm feeling like a bum because you're out there looking all good.
What happened when I am doing the same thing you do, and you're still a narcissist, and you're still not satisfied, but we're both working, and you're expecting me to still do housewife chores? I think that should be both of our chores.
True.
We're both working.
And that's the problem.
You know what the problem is? The image of what it used to be like. Well, the women stay at home, so that's the woman's job. And that's the phrase that tends to bother me a lot. A woman's job. No, I think that should be a us job.
An equal
job. If I'm not able to do it and you see that I'm tired, why wasn't it you able to do it?
Because their excuse is that they work. I work 14 hours.
And I guess I was working doing nothing.
You know, they quick to throw that in your face. Like, your job doesn't mean anything. But you'll be like, yeah, but when I come home, okay, even though you say my job is not great, right? But when I come home and I got to deal with the kids, and then I got to cook and I got to clean, what do you think that is? And then on top of that, once I'm done doing all of these chores, and then you have the audacity to tell me, oh, let's make some love. And then I'm like, where have you been when I needed your help? So what makes you think I have that energy to give you that satisfaction that you're looking for at the middle of the night, just to make you happy, and you could wake up in the morning and you be like, oh yeah, I got me some. Yeah, it's just to me, I know there's a lot of women out there love, you know, sex and stuff like that.
Sex is so outrated at this point.
For me, I do not use sex as if I want to please this man or make this man happy, I just got to give him that, and he's going to give me everything what I need. That's a lie. That's totally a lie, because sometimes you could give a man as much as you can, and he won't even give you $1. And then there could be another woman off the street, don't even do half of that stuff. It's just her perspective and her way she carry herself. Those are the one that he'll be throwing all his dollar to, and doing travelings and you know, doing extra stuff. And half of the time they don't even cook or clean. That's the funny part. And then you're doing all the cooking and the cleaning, and you doing, you know, making sure his drawers are clean and all the houses is smelling good with all their aroma.
All the headaches.
You get what I'm saying?
She gets the fun version.
And she gets the fun version, which that doesn't make any sense to me. And then you be like, well, if that's the case, I guess that I need to go find me
that's why they have all these different type of relationships now.
Yeah, I see a lot of women be married with 3 to 4 men, and the man's married with 3 to 4. I don't know. I'm not saying that I will do that, but
that 80-20 thing is starting to really become out there. Like,
because whatever you can't do, somebody else will be able to do it. But it's just so weird how you brought up the question about the relationship, about, you know, there's another question I want to ask you about relationship, because I just wanted to understand, even though you with a mate and because you know they say communication is the main key in a relationship.
Comprehension is the main key. I could communicate all day. If you didn't comprehend, we didn't get anywhere.
Okay, so because that's the thing I want to ask, because sometimes you could sit here and talk to a guy,
no comprehension. And that's just in general. I could communicate here, but if you're not comprehending what I communicated, there's no change. And sometimes people just don't want to change. I mean, if something's been going on for so long, why are you expecting a change now? And what happened when he does really change? You would never see it. If it's been years of the same transaction, same thing, when you change, I wouldn't even see it, because I'm so caught up in my mind of the old you, I cannot see the new you.
And it's hard. Yeah, you're right. And then other people could see it.
Oh, he's improving or she's improving. I couldn't tell. I
And
saw
then-
the same person.
And then make it feel like you're the one with the problem. And then you'll be like,
I am with the problem
Because I'm still here.
Still trauma from what you did. I can't see the new you, and it doesn't count anymore.
it really don't.
You took too long to become this person. It doesn't count, and that's why usually a lot of marriages or relationships tend to go somewhere else. Because if I'm not willing to let go of what we've been through, you know, it doesn't make sense. I know people say, "Oh, you have to work on it." Yeah, but what am I working towards? You know, if I
It's
went
just
to
for the
counseling
moment.
and I did everything and nothing's happening, it's the same results.
That's a red
A
flag.
lot of people, oh, we stay together for the kids. This is why the new generation think it's okay to think that love looks this certain way, and it doesn't.
And they have multiple.
Actually,
partners.
staying in the relationship is really damaging the kids.
It really
Thinking,
is.
oh, we stay together, we look like a unit, we look like a family. No, a fake family. Because the kid's reading that through the whole time. And then they thinking, oh, when I get in a relationship, that means I have to tolerate so much because that's what I saw my parents did. They stay together even if they weren't.
That's why you
No.
have to break the cycle.
Break a cycle. And it's not an easy cycle to
It's
break.
really not.
Oh, trust me, I know it's not an easy thing to just, I'm going to just get up and I'm going to leave and I'm going to take, it's hard, it's work, it's you being a single parent, it's not fun. So many people have opinions about, oh, being a single parent is bad for the kids. No, not really. Being in a relationship or a marriage with someone
That you're not
and
happy
I'm
with.
not happy with, and my kids are the witness of that every day, and they're getting older and more knowledgeable, that's not healthy.
That. And then how do you expect the kids is going to be learning from school? And
Yeah,
then
how do you
bring
think
all
they
that
think of
back.
me? I'm really like the role model. Like, hey, she stood there, she took all that.
And then that's how the generation just keep growing and growing. They're like, well, mommy did it, so let me just go
Yeah,
ahead and
they'll
do it
say
too.
that, right? But then they hold something against you. Like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you go for better? Especially this generation of kids. They're the ones that are telling you to leave.
I feel like a whole different creatures.
They're different.
I was like, wow, what's going on?
Yeah, they're not like how we were growing up. The 80s babies, we were more like sensitive.
You know-
Like, oh, we want both parents. Not this generation. Bye.
I'm like, I just want to have free life and drive a car and drive traveling, and then we over here trying to work. And you know what's so funny? These younger generation, they don't even work for people. They are so self.
I'm happy.
I'm happy
that
too.
they are willing to step out of the box, things we weren't willing to do.
And they have more knowledge than us when it comes towards business, and it's so amazing. And we're sitting in this little bubble, thinking, "Oh, well, what I learned in school is to work a
Outdated
9 to
thinking.
5, to
Get a
wait
college
for my
degree
then
and tell everyone to go get a
401k.
loan."
Exactly, and then you got this loan that you still, which I still have a loan that I still didn't even pay yet,
Right.
but I will pay for it. But you know, it's the 401k that people waiting on. Oh, I just can't wait to retire and just have this money. And you just be
the
looking
new
at.
old age for us now is our 60s. No one's really going for 80 or 70 now.
You get what I'm saying?
60 is really the line.
And you know what I ask a lot of people? I'll be like, okay, you're working, you waiting on your 401k. What makes you think that you'll make it there?
I'm living around a
I'm not
clock
trying
all
to be
day.
rude or anything, but I'm just trying to figure out. Like, there's a lot of people are dying in all different ages. So what happened if something happened to you and then that 401k just sitting there? Do you know who's enjoying that 401k? And I always tell people, why don't you invest into something else? Why do you have to rely on the 9 to 5 job just to work? Oh, I work here for 20 years. Oh, I've been here for 30 years.
Some people are 9 to 5s. Everyone's not going to have the same journey. So there's no criticism there. I think whatever you enjoy doing is what you do.
Understandable. Even though you love your 9 to 5 job, granted, I'm rooting for you. However, you can't just sit on one stream of income. In this society
this day of
we're
age,
in,
you need more than one.
I don't care what job you're working in. If you feel like a job is going to give you a $40,000 increase, you're not getting that. There's going to give you a 50 cents raise or $1 raise, and you working twice as much than people who's doing a little, walking in, doing one little whatever,
Well,
self-employed,
you know
and they
what?
make
This
more money than the people just making for a 5-day span of working 9 to 5.
This is the catch as well. Owning your own business means you're always working.
You're right.
And certain people want to know that there's a deadline of me not having to work.
But that's
when you're
why
a business owner, you're not working 9 to 5. You're complaining about a 9 to 5, but when you're an owner, you're working around the clock.
Which isn't, but like you said, It's not meant for everybody.
Yeah, everyone is not having that drive to work around the clock.
You're right. You're totally right, because some people are breaded for 9 to 5, because we do need 9 to 5 to help your business to grow. So right.
Everyone's needed somewhere.
So yes, you're right. So even though if I do have my own business and I'm not gonna, it does go around the clock, but that's the reason why you hire people to help you to get your business grow.
Before you actually could get some revenue in, you have to think about
you
that.
Gotta work.
You have to work. And it doesn't happen within some months. It's a year or 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. And then you have enough income to where you can hire someone for a 9 to 5. I think being someone in charge and being a boss is good, because we are the one that give people 9 to 5 work.
And then you do a
If you didn't have that, then we wouldn't have none. Everyone plays a role.
That's true.
So everyone is accountable for something. I love my 9 to 5s. Yes.
But certain 9 to 5, if you want to travel and stuff like that, it's like you always got to put this PTO, and you just be praying and wishing and hoping they say yes. Can you imagine when they say
people
no?
Who just call out. You didn't approve it? I'm sick.
Guys, do not do this, okay? She's just trying to get you guys in trouble. Do not do this.
If something's already paid for, I will not be here.
She will definitely make herself feel like she's sick. Exactly. I do understand. You hear that, guys? A lot of people going to be out there sick, and you thinking they're sick, which it is true, because there's a lot of people act like they're sick.
That's not what they did with COVID. COVID was the biggest advantage.
And you know what's the funny thing? You act like you're sick, and then you have the nerve to post.
That's
like
not smart.
Really? And then did you ever think that whoever your coworker, whoever you're following,
that's why they shouldn't be your friends.
Oh my goodness, that's why this society is so crazy.
Post. Forgot we were friends on here. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're sick, right?
Blocked. No, honestly, I think everyone needs to play their role. Everyone's not going to be a boss, and everyone's not going to want to be a 9 to 5.
You're right.
But we all are important.
We are.
So
we are.
We come up. I want someone to work for me.
That's why I had to think about it.
Pay. Because
you're not gonna pay if someone come to you and have all this high qualification.
You have to think of what you wanted when you were a 9 to 5. The respect you wanted. So when you become an owner, that's the change that you're doing. Hey, I know how it is having kids. You have a kid. I might have a business to where there's a daycare. Hey, I know how it is. It's tough times. Your kid's in the hospital. All right, cool.
But like you said, that coughing. And then
you
people act like,
my
kids are sick.
No.
And then nothing wrong with your kids.
When you treat your workers well,
they
will not get that type of attention.
You're totally right. And guess what? In this society, there's a lot of companies out there don't even care about the employees.
No.
None.
Just
and then now
person.
You see why a lot of people right now they're leaving.
That's why they started leaving works, and like, I don't need this.
And they end up doing their own business because they feel like the love that they're looking for.
It's the understanding. I'm not like a puppet,
But for them, because they feel like you're going to be a puppet because they don't have a lot of employees. There's only 2 little heads. You best to believe it.
That's why you have backup plans.
But that's the thing. If no one is not applying, who's going to be the backup plan?
That's because you're not really giving enough. You can't try to pay someone $13 or $14 an hour nowadays. That's a joke. And $15 a joke.
And that's what's going on.
But that's
right
what
now,
they're giving at this point. Now, I don't know about any other states, but here in Florida, 15. You at least need to give me, 18,
20,
19. I would say 20. But I know some people are not going to do the 20, so 18 or 16 is okay, but 15 is starting to get outrageous.
It's a little bit hard because
the 16 rent is good.
The apartments right now in leasing is ridiculous. To get a 1-bedroom is not cheap.
Oh, trust me, I know.
It's $2,000 for 1 bedroom. If you see a
depending where, if you know, a lot of lavish,
there you go.
You need to stay within your means.
But you tell a lot of people, you got to start off from the bottom, and a lot of people are like, oh no, I just want to be in the top because I want to live in a top roof and I want to live in the nice high
as
rise
long as you
condo.
have that amount 3 times. So if you want to stay somewhere luxurious and beautiful, that's $2,000. So you're paying $6,000 down. I'm pretty sure nobody's just walking around throwing $6,000 away.
You must wait for the income tax money.
No.
They were like,
you only get it once a year, and then it's gone within a month or 2 weeks.
I mean, that's the thing.
It's not enough.
So that's why when people have their taxes, they always say invest in that money, which is hard.
Any lump sum of money you get that's huge, you should invest into something.
Which is hard. So I just wanted to help people out there to understand, like, you know, when you built something and you have a certain amount of money, just don't go out and throw it away, or trying to buy you a car and then less than 3 months the car is gone, or trying to please your friends or your, not even friends, I'm gonna say your peers, because you want to
flexing.
And then after that, when everything dries down, that same person that you were trying to show off, that person is not around you. So I just want to say, you know, sis, you've been doing good. You did good.
I got you.
Oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about. But I just want to say thank you for taking your time to come out here on this podcast just to speak with me. I really do appreciate that. We got to do this more often.
Sure enough, I'm here.
Oh, I know you are. I just want to say thank you guys for coming in at Tap In 365. I'll see you guys next week. You have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.